Another topic that I want to discuss too is just like ease of cooking. So I do a lot of single pot meals. One of the reasons why I do that, I have like a big pan here, boom, that I cook most of my meals out of. You can get like a lid to help steam things and stuff too. Is just a cleaning perspective. I mean, we've all done a bunch of work in terms of cooking, and then we have like 4 dirty pots all kind of like sitting in the sink. And then when you have a bunch of dirty pots sitting in the sink, you have to clean those things. So if it's not like super easy, I like to clean my pots like immediately after cooking. This way it's done, it's not lingering there. You don't have to like, they're not sitting in the sink kind of like caking on that food there, so you have to like really scrub it down later. Usually if the pan's still hot, you can just wipe it down real quick and it's done. And then this way you can use it next time. You don't have to like second guess or think about something else, right? The other big thing with food is we want to make sure that you are prepared, right? So the more you can have from a preparation standpoint, one of the things that I do personally is I like to have all my meat, or for the most part, my meat prepared, like chicken, steak, and that kind of stuff. This way I can quickly pull it and add it to a single pot meal. And, same thing with the, we're kind of going through like the rice. This way, like what I'll have is I'll have some chicken prepared. I throw some veggies in a pot. I throw some rice in a pot, steam it, throw all my seasonings and my bases, broths, waters, whatever, steam that stuff up, and it's done. So I can cook up my single pot meal while I'm doing my breakfast, put it in like a couple different containers and have it throughout the day, and it's super easy. My egg-based meal, which I usually do some type of like either bagel, bread, and 2 eggs and a half carton of egg whites with a little bit of salsa and seasoning. Quick, easy, love the meal, repeatable. It's just like I can eat within 5 minutes. I know when I get home. So I have it twice a day. You don't have to have it even once a day, but it just gives you options. So we want to make things like simple, easy, repeatable, again, and then it makes it easier from a tracking standpoint too. If you're having the same thing or like a variation of the same thing every day, super easy to track, right? And sometimes you don't even have to track. If you're having the same thing every day, I mean, I like, especially if you're trying to move toward either gaining weight or losing weight, I think what gets measured gets done. So I think it's really important for you to just, like have some type of log that you're tracking what you're eating, because it's a really slippery slope. I mean, when you're not tracking, you're writing something down, it doesn't keep you accountable, right? And it's real easy to kind of just slide some things in or not slide some things in, depending on which way you're trying to go. But I guess the big point here is like, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, we're trying to eat the same foods, right? We just need to change the quantity, and we need to change how consistent you are with it, right? So the number one thing is, let's find foods you like. Let's try to be somewhat consistent with it. Let's try to start measuring stuff. One of my biggest recommendations is give yourself a week where you weigh and measure all of your food. So that means get yourself a digital scale. Let me kind of come over here. So I've got this kind of digital scale. You can get it on Amazon. Super cheap. I want to say it's like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. Get some measuring cups, weigh and measure all your food for a week. And I think it'll be a very eye-opening experience for you. I know it was for me when I first did it. I realized I was way off, and I've been doing this for a long period of time. So I think it's just really important. It gets you in the habit of like tracking, and you don't have to do it forever. You'll be in the habit of like, you can eyeball things a little bit better in the future, but obviously the more precise you can get, the better things are.